This is Rugby Merlin and welcome back to the channel. So after just 10 weeks of preparation, Louis Rees-Zammit, Rees Lightning, has signed for the Kansas City Chiefs, the back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Could he be the first rugby player to actually make it big in the NFL? So the first thing you have to understand is that the NFL are actively promoting the inclusion of these converted players into the NFL squads. They're giving them a free roster spot in the practice squads and in the starting squads as well, to include players from the other sports who have gone through this program. So they're looking to get talent from overseas. Now, no doubt knowing the Americans is in order to promote the sport in other countries, because it's massive in America, but not so much in other countries. So they're really looking to extend the reach of the NFL. And I gotta say, you could learn a lot from them. One of the things I was most interested in is to see how Zammit did in the combine. And the combine is kind of a testing phase of all the skills that the NFL players need to have, or that they should have, throwing the ball, vertical jump, sprints. And Zammit underperformed in all of these, which is understandable, except for one, and that was pace. Now, the old adage goes, you can't buy it. And I think that was instantly recognized by the Kansas City Chiefs, and they snapped him up before anybody else could. So can he become a superstar? That's the question. I mean, if he gets his opportunity and he takes it, all he needs is one big play. If he can get out of the practice squad into the starting squad, whether it's on special teams or running back, I doubt it'll be like one of the main positions, running back, wide receiver. But if he can get any kind of opportunity and he can take it, then the sky's the limit, because he's a good-looking boy. He has a good head of hair, which I admire, a little bit jealous of. But he speaks well on camera, and those are the kind of things that make him easy to sell to the public. He needs that one big performance to actually push him over the line, but yeah, he could be the first rugby player to actually make it big in the NFL. Something that will suit him down to the ground is the specialization that exists in the American sport there. In rugby, he was often criticised early on in his career for his poor defence. He's a big lad. He's like my dap. He's like 6'3". I guess he's 110 kilos, something like that. So he's a big man. But he runs like an Olympic sprinter, which sets him apart, and did set him apart in rugby, and will definitely set him apart in the NFL too. That specialization that they have there will suit him, because he'll be on offensive teams probably, and he won't have to worry about tackling and all this kind of stuff, except very rarely. So he'll be able to shine in the areas where you can see when he gets a ball in his hand. That's something that he truly loves, and a chance to express himself like that on a big stage. I think he'll really rise to that challenge, and he could do well. So does this mean that there'll be a talent drain from rugby in particular to the NFL? Maybe, if he makes it big and he does well, then why not? I mean, it's professional sport now. You see a lot of players going to Japan and France. Particularly in Japan, they're not going there for the standard of rugby, they're going there for the paycheck, So players have got to look after themselves. And I wouldn't begrudge anybody taking an opportunity, a financial opportunity in a professional sport. That's the way it goes. But rugby has to look at itself a little bit and think about what does our sport offer that others don't. And as I've talked about in previous videos, really lean into that, and not try and dilute it, but try and make that the selling point, because it could be a reciprocal relationship. Maybe we lose a few players, maybe a few players can play for us. But if there's more interest internationally in the game, then everyone's a winner. Doesn't have to be a negative. So I really hope that Louis Rees-Zammit makes it, makes his mark on the NFL, and yeah, everyone could benefit from it. I will say that I really respect his decision to go over and chase his dream there. Obviously, it was a big loss to Wales. I'm a Welsh supporter, and it came just before the Six Nations. But I think the general attitude in Wales was that, yeah, the young man is pursuing his dream, and everyone was behind him. And I think that's nice to see as well. You can never begrudge a youngster chasing his future, trying to build a better future for himself. And I think that was a really positive thing, and I think it's been echoed by all of the rugby communities around the world. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Everyone is following it now with bated breath, and that can only be good for our sport and theirs. Looking forward to the future, maybe there will be a few more cream of the crop rugby players going over to the NFL, and maybe we can teach them a few things, who knows. Rugby is growing in America. There are a few class acts playing in the American League there, and it could be a future World Cup holding nation, and that would be exciting because that's where the moolah is. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and check out this next video here, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.